What will we cover? In this lesson, we will review the importance of fact-finding in human rights work. We will cover the following topics: meaning of fact-finding in relation to human rights work, purpose of fact-finding, principles governing fact-finding, and methods of collecting information. Before we begin, let me ask a few questions. What do you understand by fact-finding? If you or your organization has been involved in fact findings before, then what has been the purpose of such fact findings? What was the nature of issues that was the focus of such fact findings? Think about the responses to these questions and note them down. We will come back to them later. To understand the meaning of fact finding in relation to human rights work, first, we need to understand what human rights work is all about. Broadly speaking, human rights work involves promotion and protection. Promotional work usually includes conducting human rights education in schools and universities, creating awareness amongst various sections of the society, providing education and training to judges, lawyers, police, members of armed forces, and other relevant officials, and contributing to the enactment of human rights compatible laws and policies. Human rights protection work, on the other hand, involves ensuring that human rights of individuals and that of marginalized and vulnerable groups are not violated. It also involves assessing whether a person's right is protected under the laws of a country, and if yes, to what extent. Protection work thus involves two aspects. First, to ensure that laws exist to protect the rights of all individuals without any discrimination on the basis of race, color, sex, language, religion, political, or other opinion. For example, in South Africa under the apartheid regime, there were laws that protected the human rights of individuals. However, people classified as black or colored were excluded from the protection of these laws. Second is to monitor the enforcement of laws that protect rights and assess whether there are practices that result in the violation of rights. For example, a country's constitutional laws may prohibit torture and ill treatment. However, in practice, the police may resort to torture of persons under their custody. In such a case, protecting rights of individuals would involve investigating whether a person was tortured or ill treated in custody. This, in turn, would require establishing the fact of torture in custody. Establishing this fact involves collecting relevant information to show that a human rights wrong has taken place. Without relevant information, it's not possible to protect rights if they have been violated. In this sense, collection of information or fact finding is vital to human rights protection work. Further, collection of information about human rights problems helps in adding meaning and nuance to human rights promotion work as well. Broadly, fact finding can be summarized as a process of collecting information to determine the truth as accurately as possible concerning an allegation of human rights violation.